Hi and welcome to my Playhouse, and this video is sponsored by ZimaBoard, and this is HomeServer. So yeah, we're gonna have a look at that, and we're gonna be using it in a project that, well, I've been planning this, so yeah, it all works out in the end. So these ZimaBoards, they specializes in tiny little computers, and they sent me their top model ZimaBoard 832 kit. And this is one of the low power Intel J4455 processors. It has 8 GB of RAM and 32 GB of onboard storage. And the box looks like this for the home server. And it is quite an ingenious little thing. Comes with a nice little welcoming message. Thank you very much for purchasing. And it comes with cool little stickers. If you are a sticker guy, you have different varieties, and they're quite funny. I have been looking at them, so oh my root. Okay, so this is the box, and there is well, they have done a little bit funny thing with the packaging, and we'll see that. This is the power adapter, 12 volt 3 amps, which we will get back to. And then there is the ZimaBoard itself, which is in this box, and it has the same model number, the ZimaBoard 832. There is at least 2 other models that are smaller, one with 2 GB of RAM and one with 4 GB of RAM. So they went all out and shipped me this one. So it looks like this, but let's wait until we get it out. And this is the special thing with the packaging, and I thought that was kind of cool, so we're gonna have a good look at that. So yeah, it brags a little bit on the side what it's good for. So it can do up to 36 terabytes of storage. We're gonna help it with that. And dual gigabit network cards, awesome. Just think about what you can do with your pfSense router or whatever other operating system you're using for your router. It's very perfect for that sort of stuff. Then it has a 4K display output. It's a 1 Mini-DisplayPort, and we are gonna look at that, and that might get me into a little bit of problems. But yeah, we open this, and look at this. This kind of opens up like a little flower thing. So yeah, I thought that was funny. So I have had this out of the box several times because I needed to, well, something like the screen cable. Do I have the right screen cable for it? And yeah, when I get something, I'm curious as well. So box opens up, we get a little manual here of all the different stuff that comes in here, and yeah, there is also the different models that are available. So it seems 2 GB, 4 GB, 8 GB, all of them has 32 GB of onboard storage. Then the TDP is 6 watts, 6 watts, and 10 watts. So the one I've gotten here uses like 4 watts more than the 2 other models. I'm sure it can use less wattage. I'm sure it doesn't need to use all of those watts. It's the Intel Celeron processor, Apollo Lake. So there is a little drawing of the board, but I think we should have a look at it instead. So we'll take it out. Here it is. Oh, that was a Linus Tech Tip moment right there. It's not very big. It's a rather small thing. So yeah, looks like that. I've already gotten it a little bit scratched. ZimaBoard. Zima, yeah, I'm calling it that. On the back here we get our Mini-DisplayPort right there. Then we have our 2 network ports, 1 gigabits. Well, then we have 2 USB ports. Awesome. USB 3, I guess. And we have the power in, 12 volt. On this side, there's absolutely nothing. On this side, we have the storage expansion, so you can put some SATA in there. And in the middle, there's a little power connector. And that cable is actually also in the package. I missed it the first time, but they clearly say it up here. SATA cable inside. So how could I miss that? Well, I did. So here is the SATA cable inside, and you can pop that in right here. The cable is kind of weird because this thing goes in here, and then this thing should really be on the other side to go in here very nicely. And if we put it over on the other side, it is on the right side, and but then this cable has to be turned around in a weird angle for it to fit right. So yeah, it's as if somebody didn't think about that. So you have to twist the cable around for it to go into that connector here. But now I could connect a very nice and big SATA hard drive to get a lot of terabytes of storage right there. And on the last side we have a PCI Express port, and it's an X4, and they have kept the slot open. So if you really wanted to, we could probably put a graphics card on here. Yeah, that is also why the power supply is 3 amps, I'm guessing, because I was wondering, and I had this out. It's a pretty normal power supply thingy. It comes with all the different stuff for all the different worlds. So you can go to the UK, you can go to the US, or you can stay in the EU. So we'll keep that on there. And the power supply goes from 100 volts to 240 volts, and it's 12 volt 3 amps. So awesome. So why is it 3 amps? Well, 12 volt 3 amps, that comes to 36 watts. And this device uses, or can use by itself, 10 watts, right? This PCI Express port has to supply power to the board that you put in here, and one of these X4 should supply about 25 watts. Yeah, the power supply has to power this and whatever card you put in here, which makes this very convenient. So ZimaBoard has 3 different models of this, as I have talked about already. And right now we are looking at the 832, and that is listed at $200. If we pick one of the smaller models, there's the middle one, that's at $159. And then the smallest unit, the 232, that is $120. If you were to get this to make a pfSense router, I would go with this one. 2 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of internal storage is plenty to put up a pfSense servers, and it still have 4 cores. So yeah, there's also some accessories down here that I really should have gotten together with this. That cable looks pretty sweet. That would give us access to 2 hard drives. And also this Mini-DisplayPort male to HDMI female connector. I would have liked that right now. Because, well, I don't have that much stuff that uses Mini-DisplayPort like that connector right there. So the first cable I found was this one, and that would have done really great. It has the Mini-DisplayPort cable there, and it has a big DisplayPort there. But the screen that I'm planning to use this on does not have DisplayPort. It's an older monitor, it only has HDMI. So that's not gonna fly. Then I found this one might do the trick. So Mini-DisplayPort going out and converts it to an HDMI port. That is kind of the cable that we were just looking at online, so that will do the same. I had to go and get this in my work bag, so I do believe this is mine though. So that might do the trick, but as that monitor that I use, it's in there, we're gonna go see it in a little bit. It usually connects to the small Lenovo tiny PCs, and they do actually use DisplayPort, but I can't very well take a male and connect to a male. I need a female, and I have that one here. So I think this is gonna do the trick. Put this in the ZimaBoard here and connect this to my monitor where it has a DisplayPort connector. So yeah, we're gonna try that. Hopefully that works. So the first goal is naturally just to connect this, power it up and see anything coming out of it. We need to connect some monitor and screen stuff, and See what's on it. I do believe it comes with an operating system. The manual says so. Pre-installed CASA OS based on Debian. And this will run Linux, Windows, OpenVRT, which is a router, and pfSense, Android, and libelect. I have no idea what that is. So, the regular viewers of my channel will now know what this little ZimaBoard is meant to do. It's going to be working together with the DUI dash. So instead of 36 terabytes, it's going to be given like 100 something terabytes. There's already 70 terabytes in here, and the card to connect to it is right there. But one thing at a time. We need to see this working first. Baby steps, baby steps. Okay, this is a weird one because you haven't seen this box before. It's first in the next video, but it's an all-powers power station. And someone asked in a previous video on the DUI dash, how much power does it use? And well, this power station will show us that very clearly. And I actually say in the next video that you're going to be seeing this again because I use it to all kind of stuff. So we're going to turn on, that's to turn on the 230 volts down here. We can see that came on. And we should be seeing some output. No, we only have the monitor on, and that, oh, and that uses a lot of power. Apparently just for a little bit, and then it went into sleep mode again. Thank you. I'm gonna power on the DUI dash over here, and it's gonna spin up whatever drives we have in there. And we need to figure out how much power this uses. Yeah, that's a lot. That's even more. That's a bit less. That's even less. That's better. Keep going down, please. Oh, that wasn't a lot. Thank you. So, apparently, those 71 terabytes use. Can we see about 100 watts here? It's not too bad, is it? It's bad, but it's not too bad. The power unit is the All Powers R2500. You're gonna see it in the next video. We are also gonna be powering the ZimaBoard through that, and the cable has fallen down, so I need to save that and get that back up on the table again. And it has a capacity of 2 kilowatt hours, and it can supply 2500 watts. I think it can do that ZimaBoard kind of forever and a little bit longer than that, but yeah, let's go power that. Okay, here's the little ZimaBoard, the top model, and we can probably see over, can we see that? Oh. Yeah, the monitor is on, so if my screen connection here works, we should get something. There's no on and off button on this, so I'm expecting as soon as I put the connector in, it's gonna be powered. I should get a network connector as well. There, let's put a network connector in, just one of them. I don't know which one is number one yet. Oh, red LED there. So it doesn't have any fans or anything, so the screen comes on. So you're seeing this together with me. I'm seeing this for the first time. I think we're just gonna go with the top option, see how that works out for us. Initializing RAM drive, okay. I have also a mouse, if that could get needed. I hope there's a user interface here, otherwise this is definitely not gonna be our operating system. Oh, that looks very nice. Definitely user interface. Browser. Okay, I was a bit curious what was going on over here. The logo is outside of the screen, but if I go with the mouse all the way to the right, it stops there and the mouse doesn't go out, so it's not, the screen isn't going through the, it's just the background thingy that doesn't fit. yeah, this is apparently a full operating system, and it even comes with LibreOffice installed. So there is that. So we can go type something. Very nice. It doesn't like my Danish keyboard though, but don't save. Okay. Yeah, I did find something useful. There's a lot of application installed here. We can play some cards. We can even take a game of chess. We can see what the time is. Add world clock. Okay, I want Portugal. Castelo Blanco, Portugal. Add. So we have that one. Never mind. Never mind. Let's see. We have the different apps here. We have even more, but we have settings here, and I went in there. I went down into the About sector, and we see the operating system, we see the memory we have here, we see the processor we have there, and we have the graphics card. Well, the built-in graphics card is the Intel HD Graphics 500. I have no idea if that's any good. You can tell me in the comments if that graphic thingy, what is it good for? What can you do? And please keep in mind that this is not a gaming machine. So yeah, disk capacity, we have 31.3 gigabytes of capacity. It doesn't show if that is available or it's probably total. Then we have different versions here, and we can go in and we can do some software updating. And yeah, if I need my LibreOffice updated, there is apparently an update for that. I don't think we need to do that right now. That's not a main concern. I'm in network settings here, and it sees the two network cards just perfect, especially the one that I have connected, the other one unplugged. That's great. And there is also Bluetooth, which is not found. So apparently plug-in dongle to use Bluetooth. So no Bluetooth. Naturally, the regular viewers of my channel know that I'm a total Linux ninja newbie, and I can't figure out anything. I'm a Windows guy, but I have been messing around with this for the last half hour, and I've figured out how to get icons out here. So now I can check the drive in here, which is awesome. We have the built-in 32 gigabyte drive here. That was a thing that they had. We can also check the disk usage, which is right there. We can see how much disk space is available. I found that. And as a total ninja hacker, I also installed Crystal Disk Mark. So we can also, well, in Linux it's a ripoff, so it's K-Disk Mark. So we can kind of check how our hard drive is performing. If, oh, we didn't want to do that. Go away. Cancel. So we can check, see how fast it is, and it needs a password every single bloody time. So the standard password is just CASAOS. Go gadget. It is doing something. It's just thinking about it. Okay, this is boring. I'll let you know how it went. So at the moment we are running the monitor and the ZimaBoard from the power station here. So I want to try and turn off the monitor. We do that on that button right there. Then that monitor went off. And now the wattage is so low that it doesn't even show up. That's not a lot. And the results are in. Read speed 165 or almost 166 megabytes per second, and write speed 108.5. That's not fantastic speeds. It's better than spinning disks. Well, this is better than spinning disks. This is about the same as a spinning disk, and they're like, oh, that is 1/4 of a normal SSD. And that is like 1/5 of what an SSD can do. So the built-in storage in the ZimaBoard is not the fastest. I'm very happy. I installed this all by myself. I'm so proud. I'm a real Linux hacker now. Most of the stuff that you do in Linux is in the prompt, and I want to kind of show you where to go get the prompt. So it's all the way show applications, then it's at the very last page under utility, and normally you get in here and then you have to press the next one, and there is the prompt thingy that you can then open up, and then I'll close it again because I also made a shortcut for that one. So yeah, we are gonna be putting in that PCI Express port. So let's get rid of some of this stuff. We don't need that right now. But to see that, we need a little command to see what we have in the. So it's ls PCI, I think it is. Yeah, it shows us everything hardware thingy in here. There's that. We can see host bridge processor, we can see the VGA thingy, we can see audio, we can see communication, not sure what that is, communication controller. We see the SATA, we see some bridges, and we see the USB controller, an SD controller, so it might be the internal storage, ESA bridge, SM bus, and then we have two Ethernet controllers down here, which are Realtek. Oh, it's right there, Realtek semiconductors. So let's try and pop in that card and see how that works out. The issue that we run into is that the bracket, this thing, is gonna hit in there, and yeah, we need to remove that. I had a screwdriver right here. It's transparent, so it disappears. It's a stealth screwdriver. There's a little trick. These screws will be long gone in seconds if you don't do anything. So screw them back into the bracket so that they don't disappear on you. It takes a few seconds, but they will be right where you need them when you need them. So now we have the card, which is the awesome LSI SAS 92078E, and the 8E means that we have 8 ports going out of the SAS controller here, so it's external. We could also, for this purpose, we could also go with internal. I do have some cards that will do that. So, and this SIM-board could just go inside of the DUI dash. So I think we need to turn this off though before we pop this in. I haven't read up on this, if this is hot pluggable, but I would have my doubts. And we needed to find the card, and I think we get the best luck when we boot it up. So I'm gonna power this off. Powering off, it has powered off, it has stopped lighting up, so we're gonna remove power, put the card in, and it sits very nicely. I took the stickers, we're gonna use them for the to put under this card, and yeah, this card could get hot. I hope it's not gonna burn up on me like last time we did this. Gonna pop in the DUI dash. We're gonna turn on the DUI dash. So now the DUI dash is up. And if you want to see how I build that DUI dash, I have multiple videos on that. And then we're gonna power this again. So yeah, green light. We're alive, alive. So we're booting Linux. Come on. Oh, we got a mouse. Oh, it shows a mouse. Doesn't. Oh, it moves now. Okay. There, we're in. So let's see if we see our PCI, LS PCI. We're gonna extend that a bit. Do we see anything new? We should have something new, otherwise this might not be working. I do not see it. Am I blind? Okay, I don't think it's gonna work when it doesn't see it. And it still only sees the drive, the one drive. Not to be confused with anything Microsoft. So it wasn't that easy. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna do like any Windows dude will do, and I'm gonna reboot it. Restart. Wanna restart? Yes. So new PCI thingy might work after a reboot. That's our Windows experience. Oh, ZimaBoard. I have never seen that yet. Let's just go with the regular one. Still nothing there. Okay. Back to the drawing board. I'm trying with a different PCI Express. This is a QLogic iSCSI card, and it actually shows up. These lines, that is that card. So yeah, it does work. I don't know why my HBA does not show up in there yet. So yeah, working on it. Okay, another successful card working here, and I think I've found something to look into, because this is also an X4 card, and this was also an X4 card, and both of them was working. Over here is the stack of RAID controllers and HBAs that I've tried. That one I knew didn't work, but well, just wanted to check that again. They're all X8. And they do not work at the moment. And as that is a hard drive, that so it says it's an SD card reader that is giving us our internal storage, and that one is a 400 gigabyte professional, rather old flash thing. So I think we should try our speed test. So that PCI connected NVMe drive definitely has some very good numbers, 1.6 gigabytes per second read speed, and almost a gigabyte per second write speed as well. So yeah, awesome. But that's not what we're gonna trying to do here, so let's continue. So I'm trying with this ancient Adaptec controller, and I know that I've had problems with this in the past, and the ZimaBoard confirms that it doesn't even want to boot with it in. So yeah, that one is a total fail. I guess I skipped an important thing, because you can actually access it from in here. CASA, OS local, I have been in there, and then you get this. So you don't really need a monitor or a mouse or stuff like that. As soon as it's on the network and has gotten a DHCP address, well, it pops up here. So we can go on, and I can create a username and a password, which is probably a good idea. There, it's happy with my password. So now we see this stuff. So one of the important things in here is the update. We can update it down here, so we need to go and check that out. Update. And I'm hoping that maybe this could help some of my issues with not being able to see the PCI Express cards. I have no idea if I'm going to be lucky in that regard, because I have seen other people on the interweb that has way more luck with this than I. This is rather annoying me. It doesn't get out of that ever. When you restart it, it downloads some stuff. You can see the network status over here. It got some stuff, and then it just stops downloading, and it hasn't done anything ever since that. And I've tried this multiple times, and I have waited for like 10 minutes or something. Okay, I'm afraid I'm totally out of patience. You can see the clock up here. It's 8:58. That's not true, but well, it has been running for quite some time, and I'm gonna cancel that. Just close that. But it does have some nice features in here. If we go in here again, even though it doesn't want to update, it has this app store where you can see all the very easy apps that you can throw onto this. This is part of the operating system of the Cassia OS. You can pick from these and you can just click and install, and you should be good to go. So there's like the Unify controller, which would be very handy for me. I kind of need one of those, or update the one I have. If you Plex, Pi-hole, Home Assistant, there's a lot of good stuff that you can throw on here without much hassle. Nextcloud, well, yes, so it has that. I have another little thing. I'm not having much luck with these HBAs. Another weird thing. What is it using 27% on? Oh. So apparently it's not using as much. So maybe it was doing something updating, because now that I stopped updating, it's not using much CPU anymore. Well, yeah, it didn't update in over half an hour. So I have another card that I thought we should try and put in here. And this is a 4-port 10 gigabit Ethernet card. It's an Intel card. It's an X710DA4. So this is expensive on the high scale. So let's pop that in there. Let's move the sticker around so that it's covered all the way. Oh, I had this little plastic connector that I put underneath it so that it was not hanging in the air. So let's see if the little CPU in here is not able to really utilize 4 10 gigabit Ethernet ports, but well, could be fun if it shows up anyway. And there they are. So that Intel network card is absolutely no problem. Why am I HBA not showing up at all? Okay, I'm still messing with this. I've installed a little hard drive here, just a 240 gigabyte drive here, and on that hard drive I've installed Server 2016. It's not the quickest thing, but it does work. I have though found that I do still not have the storage adapter in there. So this is not exactly working either. The ZimaBoard 832, which has been messing with me the whole day. So yeah, you please tell me in the comments why I'm a bloody idiot and can't get some of the cards to work on this. Why does it not see any of the HBAs? Why does it see a network card just fine? Or a storage card? That Intel NVMe drive worked just great, and the iSCSI drive X4 also worked great. Why does it not see the HBAs and other storage adapters? This is a PCI Express 2, the version 2, and it's an X4. We're gonna end it here. I hope you have some good suggestions in the comments so that I can get this up and running. I really love the form factor of it. It didn't need to have these for my sake, but oh well, I did actually find them useful. I haven't removed anything on it, so it still have the original operating system. And those 2 network ports really does that. It's an awesome thing for like pfSense. Internet in, network out. Awesome. Thank you very much for sending this product for a review. I hope to get it up and running when I figure out why I won't do my little boards there. Thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me figure this out. Have a nice day. Bye bye.